Hey everybody, it's your girl JLove81. What's going on, guys? I'm here to talk about video game rentals. So, when I was very young, my mom used to walk me to this mom and pop video game rental store that we used to have in Jackson Heights, Queens. So yes, when I was very young, I grew up in Queens, New York. And I don't remember, because I was so young, the name of the video game store. But I distinctly remember it was a young couple, and they had a little girl about my age that I used to play with whenever I went to the store. I used to go there, and I rented VHS tapes at the time, and I remember renting Garbage Pail Kids. I wanted that movie so bad, but when I would go and pick out a movie or a cartoon, my mom also allowed me to pick out a game. Now, we didn't have a lot of money. So obviously I couldn't get all the games I wanted. And with Nintendo Power and strategy guides, I seen games that I would like to try, or even just the privilege of going to the store and looking at the games, the display of the cardboard boxes, and wanting to rent that game, looking at the back of it. And I knew if I wanted to try it or not. It sucked because the pictures made you want to try it. Didn't necessarily mean that's exactly that the game was going to be a good game when you popped it in. So I rented games, like I said, that I didn't have, like Donkey Kong Jr. I remember these distinctively. Metroid, Batman, freaking love this game. Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Ranger. Oh, you have no idea. This is my childhood right here. I used to rent this all the time. I didn't get these games until I was much older. Life Force, Super Nintendo era. Now, that mom and pop's video game store, we moved out of the area. I never seen them again. I don't know whatever happened to them, but Blockbuster became the newest, biggest thing. It was in every city. So my parents used to take me to Blockbuster all the time, and I rented a lot of Super Nintendo games. And I was a big fan of Donkey Kong Country, and I finally got to play Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3. So got to rent those. I remember renting Punch Out, Super Punch Out, Aladdin. This I rented a lot. NBA Jam. I love this game so much. This is the only basketball game that I can play over and over again. It's not the same anymore. I remember renting that. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. First time playing it was because of renting it. And then you had Tasmania. Games like this was awesome. And I remember even Donkey Kong Country. I had the game, but they also Blockbuster had a competition. And my parents would take me there, and I would play in a room full of kids. And I guess you had to get the most points. There were secrets that I had no idea about till I watched some of those kids play it. So needless to say, I did not win, but it was a lot of fun back then. And I'm talking mid-90s. Wow. It's just amazing how fast time goes by. But even with Blockbuster, as I got older, I rented GameCube games. I remember renting Resident Evil 4. I rented a lot of games back then. And the beauty of that is when you rent a game and you beat it, you don't have to buy it. That's how I thought when I was younger, unless I was obsessed with it. Then I would want to buy it. But now as an adult, I wanted all these games. I want it in my collection. Just the memories of having them it means a lot to me. It's just not the same anymore. So once Blockbuster shut down, unfortunately, there is no longer renting games. I think you would have to do like GameFly, stuff like that, but I don't do that anymore. If I wanna play a game, I just go get it at this point. I mean, I just appreciate the memories of going and picking out a game and knowing you could bring it home for that little bit of time that you had it. And if I really liked it, I would rent it over and over again. So that's something I truly appreciate my parents for, and I will always appreciate the memories. So thank you guys for listening to my stories about game rentals.